Before we get started with these favorites, I would like to introduce you to my little Goan friend, me, aka Sir Kitten, and we've really bonded over the last few days. He's the most precious guy ever. I just want to eat him up. Hi guys, it's Magali. Today's video setting is a little bit different. Mum and I are in Goa in my ancestral home for a little while. Some of you might know this house from my previous rural Goa vlogs. I am vlogging this time also, so you will probably start seeing those videos really soon. Anyway, today I thought I'd sit and do a little monthly favorites video for the month of January, because as I'm speaking now it's coming to an end, and by the time I'm able to get home and edit this, it'll be February already. In my last favorites video, I actually asked you guys if you would still want to see monthly favorites, and I think the verdict was a little bit mixed. Most of y'all seem to really enjoy these favorites videos on a regular basis, and a few of y'all thought that I should do favorites but a little bit more infrequently. At the end of the day, I decided to try and continue doing these because I really enjoy connecting with y'all on a regular basis every month. It feels really chatty and conversational. It's like unstructured, and I can just tell you about different things I liked. In January, I hardly wore any makeup. I mean, I am wearing some now, but there are just a couple of makeup items that I have to share with you guys. There's a fashion item which is more about functionality than style, and then there is a food item, and I have a couple of TV shows to talk about as well. Let's get started. So the first thing I want to speak about is this whole wrap of eyeliners from Colourpop. These are just basically many different pencil eyeliners in their cream gel liner formula. I guess there are 12 different shades here. It's a whole gamut of colors, right from like a lot of pastels. In fact, it's heavier on the pastels, and then there are some deeper, darker colors as well. Ever since I got this, I think in late December or so, I have really been using these liners non-stop. I'm really enjoying putting them on, and they have become a part of my regular makeup routine. So based on whatever I'm wearing, I'll pick a color that seems to closely match. Today I have blue and white on my eyes because of my t-shirt, I guess. The formula is so smooth, and even though like lighter shades and pastels are notorious for being difficult to formulate, these are actually really nice. They don't pull or tug. They are very, very creamy. I remember when I first started wearing makeup, maybe close to a decade ago, I used to be very adventurous when it came to lip colors, and I enjoyed wearing bright colors, dark colors, and just all of the fun and weird colors. And as the years have passed, like I am not that adventurous with lipsticks anymore. Somehow when I wear strange colors, I don't like the way they look on me. Most of my regular shades are on the spectrum of nudes only. They may be pinkish, they may be kind of brown, like the one that I'm wearing today, but they're all neutrals. So using one of these is like a way that I can add color to my makeup but still keep it quite simple. And my next favorite is actually another makeup item from Colourpop only. It is this lipstick, or rather lippy sticks as they call it, in the shade Unreal. And this is also a product that I got somewhat recently, and I've been wearing it non-stop ever since I got it because I really like the shade on me. It is a neutral, I know, which might be boring to some people, but I get really excited about neutrals that sort of complement to my features, and I think this is one of them. I have packed my makeup bag really full. I get panicky when I'm leaving home that, oh, I need to have like everything that I may want, and I barely use like a tenth of it. But I felt confident carrying just one lip color because this will go with practically everything. When I first tried out Colourpop's Lippy Sticks formula a few years ago, I didn't really love it. I used to find it a little bit dry and harsh, but right now it's just improved in so many ways, and it glides on your lips so smoothly. I think this is another color that I'm going to be wearing a lot of. So the next item I'm going to share is completely random, but something that's been a total lifesaver for us here, and it's this Good Night mosquito repellent roll-on. So I remember that I first purchased one of these when we had gone to Fort Kochi many years ago. At that time, I believe it was newly released. Now we're in a more rural area, so the greenery is really wonderful, but the mosquitoes sucking your blood all the time is not that great. And there are many different lotions and gels available now, but sometimes you get lazy to apply like lot of lotion on all your hands and legs, and that's where something like this comes in handy, because it's this really potent roll-on and it's made of mostly citronella, which is a natural mosquito repellent, and you just have to put like 1, 2, and then you put another 2 rolls usually at the bottom of your pants or at the bottom of your skirt or dress. And yes, it does have a pretty strong fragrance which doesn't bother me too much, but it seems to bother some people. I don't know. I just really love this because it takes care of mosquitoes when you go outdoors at night time. They really avoid you when you have this on, but it's definitely way more effective if you have something longer like pants or a skirt. If I'm wearing shorts as I am now, then it's not the best. But I tend to also sometimes put a little bit of it on my shoes if I'm wearing fabricy shoes. Don't put this on leather. There are a couple of fragrances out now. There weren't all that many years ago. I really like the citrus fragranced one, and I've just realized that the color of this bottle kind of matches the color of the walls a little bit. That's kind of interesting. The next item I have is a snack, and this is from Tong Garden, which is a Thai snack brand. It's their Noi crispy seaweed with popping grains. So I actually did a tasting video with 2 variants of this same snack essentially on my vlog channel. I'm gonna link it over there if you guys would like to watch it. But since I tried these, I have been thoroughly obsessed with them and I've already repurchased them. I have always been a big fan of seaweed as a flavor, and then the popping grains that are added inside the snack, like there's a lot of different rice and sesame and whatnot, just elevates seaweed to the next level. It's so crunchy. It's very, very light, but it is extremely flavorful. I'm really obsessed with these. And it's a fun little snack to take on the bus over to Goa also, because I don't like eating anything too heavy when I'm in a vehicle overnight. So I was munching on a packet of these, which I finished, like I had it in my backpack. I really also appreciate that the packets are resealable, which means you do not have to finish the snack in one sitting. I think I stretched one out over more than a week or 10 days and it was still absolutely as fresh as the day I opened it. My next favorite is a fashion item, and it's actually these sneakers that I've had for a few years now. These are from Onitsuka Tiger. I think these are called the Mexico 66, and Onitsuka Tiger is basically a sub-brand of Asics, which is a well-known sneaker brand. I'd always wanted a pair of these before I got them. So a few years ago I identified as a sneakerhead. I don't think I'm a sneakerhead anymore. I really do enjoy buying and wearing sneakers, but I do not want to get into the culture of just collecting them and keeping them for show. I really want to be able to like use my sneakers and walk in them, and I haven't really bought any new sneakers in I think about 2 years now, because I'm working through and wearing the pairs that I have. I originally wanted this shoe in the full yellow version with black stripes, but ultimately I got these, and considering the amount that I've worn them, they are surprisingly clean. I used to be scared of getting white sneakers because I would dirty them fast, and now they do look a little bit dirty here and there. They're not pristine, but they're really nice. What's interesting about these to me is that they are actually quite small and sleek for sneakers. They are not at all chunky. But these are without a doubt the most comfortable sneakers I have ever. They have this like puffy insole. It just makes you feel so cozy, and when I wear these, it's like I can just walk forever. So I also am a big fan of Vans as shoes. I like that they're really affordably priced, and I enjoy the aesthetic of Vans, but they are skater shoes, and they are some of the most uncomfortable sneakers I own. The soles are just so rigid. When I wear them, it's like kind of torture for my feet, but I still wear them. So these are the antithesis of my Vans, because they're cute. They're not the most stylish sneaker out there, but they are comfortable. And I definitely know that as these finish up and they get a little bit older, maybe I will invest in another pair in the future. Maybe I'll get like the same color, just a brand new one, or maybe I'll try something else. But if you guys have ever been interested in buying Onitsuka Tiger sneakers, I think you should go for it. And for my last couple of favorites, I mentioned television shows. So the first TV show that I really enjoyed watching through December and January is a show called Veep. It's actually a political satire, and I feel like I've maybe talked about it in a vlog or something before. It's headed by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who, if you've seen Seinfeld, you might know her as Elaine from Seinfeld. And I remember when I first watched Veep, when it was originally airing its like second season or so, many years ago now, I hated it because at that point I didn't really understand politics, and I feel like you need to have a basic understanding of how politics work to enjoy this show. So I abandoned it after watching it for just one season. Recently I started it again and I binged watched the whole show, and I enjoyed it so thoroughly because it's really clever. It's very amusing. Veep is specifically about American politics because the lead character, Selena, is actually a Veep or Vice President of America. Like, Veep is just a slang form of VP, Vice President. She is just like this toddler in a grown woman's body who's completely spoiled, and she always messes up. She's not a very good politician. She does not have anyone's best interests in mind, just her own. And every time she fails, she just throws tantrums and blames her stuff. Yeah, it's really quite funny. However, I don't know how effective a satire is in today's day and age, because with all of this stuff happening in like American politics, I think our current reality has just gone way more absurd than any television writer could write. And I don't think India is that much better or anything. In fact, it's probably like way worse. And the next television show that I watched just after Veep is this other TV show I'd heard about called Kidding. This TV show is actually helmed by Jim Carrey, and there's a chance you may not have heard of Kidding because I hadn't heard of it for a while. It was a small show on an American network called Showtime, and it got cancelled after a couple of seasons. I didn't really know what it was about when I started watching it, but it's a very different show. It's a little bit sad, but it's not overtly sad, and the main character, he is kind of like this Mr. Rogers, like television show host for kids, but in his personal life things are kind of turning into a huge mess because he was married and he had twin sons, but one of the sons dies in an accident, and because of that, like, slowly his family starts falling apart, and he's just a really good person, but he's finding it hard to kind of reconcile his new reality and adjust to it. That is like how the show starts off. So growing up in the 90s, Jim Carrey was ubiquitous in so many different movies, and I always hated his brand of acting, his type of comedy, because like I always felt like he screamed and overacted too much and I didn't enjoy it. But Kidding is completely the opposite of that. It's much more subtle, so if you guys are coming in expecting a typical Jim Carrey performance, you know you're going to be disappointed. It's a nice sweet little show, and it left me feeling a little bit changed. I think that's all that one can really ask from a good television show. So those were all of my favorites for the month of January. I also started reading again this month, so fingers crossed I'm able to keep that up. I didn't really finish reading the book I was reading, so maybe you guys will hear about that next month. And as always, if you guys tried anything new or interesting, I would love to hear about it, so please leave a comment below and we can chat over there. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you all next time. Bye.